Shri Gurubhyo Namaha children. Welcome to our online learning initiative Ekalaiva. Today we are going to see a very interesting topic in physics. Let's go to the topic. Do you like this symbol? I'm sure you don't. Even I hate this sign, especially when I'm on a call and my phone beeps suddenly and show me this sign. I hate that. Okay, now just imagine you're watching a very interesting movie in your laptop and it stops all of a sudden and this sign flashing on your screen. It's really annoying, right? Yes. And we all know what this sign means. It means that you need to charge it. So when you charge your gadget, it automatically the magic of electricity does the rest for you. Yes, you could have guessed the topic. Yes. Today's topic is electricity. Electricity is very, very important in our day to day life. It plays such a major role. We cannot imagine a day without the electricity, right? Here is the some of the examples of uses of electricity. So you can see motor, heating appliances, cooling appliances, communicating tools, light, fan, everything is works under electricity. Even this online class is not at all possible without the electricity. Do we know what constitute electricity? What makes the what factors control the flow of electricity? How to measure it? Let me tell you. So before getting into a bigger topic of electricity, let's get into the root of this concept, charge. So charge is the fundamental property. Yes. So charge is the fundamental property of a particle like its mass and length. We know that there are two charges. One is the positive charge, the other one is the negative charge. So proton carries positive charge, electron carries negative charge. Charge usually denoted with the letter Q and the SI unit of charge is coulomb and it is denoted with the letter capital C. It is a scalar quantity, which means it has only the magnitude and no direction. Charge on a proton or otherwise charge on an electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Okay. Next, I'm going to explain you a very important property of a charge. So, usually we used to say that charge is quantized, which means they are existing in the form of discrete packets. So it is expressed as integral multiples of charge. That is, Q is equal to NE. Q stands for charge. Charge is equal to number of electrons into charge on an electron. That is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. Okay. Now we just recall the electric symbols which you have learned in your lower classes. First one is the electric cell. You know that it will be represented with the longer line and shorter line. So longer line indicates the positive terminal, shorter line indicates the negative terminal. Next is the electric battery. So electric battery is the combination of electric cell. So you can see in this picture, that is two cells are connected. So it means it is a battery. Next is the bulb can be represented this way or otherwise this way. I'll show you some more symbols. Next is the plug key. Plug key can be represented this way or otherwise even you can represent this way. This is open plug key or switch. And if there is a dot in between two brackets, then it is a closed plug key or closed switch. You can represent even this way also. Next is the wire joint. This vertical wire and the horizontal wire has been joined. This dot represents they both are joined. And if they are not joined, then this symbol represents they are overlapping, they are not joined. Next is the resistor. Resistor has been represented in this way. And next we are going to see variable resistor and rheostat. About resistor and variable resistor, will be talking about these two very detailedly in the forthcoming classes. And next is the ammeter. Ammeter is the instrument which is used to measure the current. And next is the voltmeter. Voltmeter is an instrument which is used to measure the voltage. Okay. Now I'll show you in a simple circuit how to represent the circuit. Here is a real picture of a circuit, and here is the picture how which represented with the symbols. So you can see the battery here, and battery is represented this way, and then bulb, you can find the bulb here. Then ammeter here in this picture it is given, but in real picture it is not there, so you can leave that one and go for the key. And here we have the key, and this key is open, so when we close the key the bulb will glow. Okay, this is how we used to represent the electric circuit. Next I'm going to talk about the direction of electric current. So there are two directions. Usually in your lower classes you could have studied that current always flow from positive to negative. Okay, that is conventional direction. Okay, conventionally we used to tell that current is flowing from positive terminal to the negative terminal. But what happens inside the circuit? Actually, the electrons are the only thing which are moving in the circuit. So electron usually they move from the negative terminal to the positive terminal. That current we used to call it as electronic current direction. Okay. So conventional current direction is from positive to negative. Electronic current direction is from negative to positive. Next, we'll discuss about the electric potential and potential difference. So, electric potential can be defined as the amount of work done in moving a charge from infinity to a particular point. So, charge is moving from where to where? From infinity to a particular point, it is moving. It will not move simply. Okay, some work will be done to move. Okay, so the work done to move a charge from infinity to a particular point, we used to call it as electric potential. Okay, now let us define electric potential difference. So electric potential difference is the amount of work done moving a charge between 2 points. Okay, now let's take this as a point A and this is point B. So charge is moving from point A to point B. So some work will be done to move a charge from point A to point B. So this one we are calling it as electric potential difference. So um, So the difference between electric potential and potential difference is, in case of electric potential, the charge is moving from infinity to a particular point. But in electric potential difference, the charge is moving from point A to point B. Okay, that is the only difference between electric potential and potential difference. The SI unit of electric potential and as well as potential difference is volt, and it is denoted with the letter capital V, and this is named in honor of Alexander Volt. Now, let me give you a formula for electric potential difference and as well as electric potential. So, electric potential is equal to work done by charge. So, we know that Work done to move a charge from a particular point to the other point is only we are defining as electric potential difference. Okay. So the SI unit of electric potential difference is volt, and volt is equal to joules by coulomb. So joules is the SI unit of work done and coulomb is the SI unit of charge. So volt is equal to Jc or Jc to the power of minus 1. So how can we define 1 volt then? So 1 volt or 1 joule of work is done to move 1 coulomb of charge from point A to point B, then we call it as 1 volt. Yes. Next, let me define electric current. So electric current is the rate of flow of electric charge or the amount of charge flowing through a particular area in unit time. So rate represents that time. So in a particular period of time, how much charge is flowing in the circuit, that we are calling it as electric current. So as a unit of electric current is ampere, it is denoted with the capital A and the current is denoted with the capital I. Now I'll give you a formula. Current usually represented, current is equal to charge by time. Current is represented as I and charge means Q and time T. So I is equal to Q by T. So SI unit of current is ampere. Then ampere is equal to coulomb by second. Okay, C by S or CS to the power of minus 1. Then how can we define 1 ampere? So 1 coulomb of charge is flowing in 1 second. Then we'll call it as 1 ampere of current is flowing through the circuit. Let me repeat it. 1 coulomb of charge is flowing through the circuit in 1 second. Then 1 ampere of current is flowing through the circuit. Yes. Now I'm going to differentiate the voltmeter and ammeter. So I have told you that already. Ammeter is used to measure the current and it is always connected in series and it is a low resistance device. Voltmeter is an instrument which is used to measure the electric potential difference and it is connected parallel in the circuit. It is a high resistance device. So the series, parallel, low resistance, high resistance, these things will be studying about these things very detailedly in the forthcoming classes. Let me give you an idea about the series and parallel. Okay, you know that ammeter is represented in this way, right? So the ammeter will be connected in the circuit. So this is how the ammeter used to connected in the circuit. So let me draw for a voltmeter. In the sum circuit, the voltmeter is connected in this way. So I just gave you an idea about series and parallel, but we'll talk about these things very detailedly. Hope you have enjoyed this session. Thank you, children.